Previously on In Sound Mind, the bull was calmed, and Dr. Desmond Wales had a cruel trick played on him by his stalker, and it wasn't one of his best efforts. Thankfully, Tonya was able to guess him out. Okay, Tonya was right. There have been some changes around here.
Hey, Desi, it's your Aunt Rose. Your mother told me you got a cat, and I just wanted to let you know that it's perfectly natural for you to be an utter embarrassment that will end up dying alone. Trust me, as a fellow cat person, once you get one of those, society has zero expectations for you.
He needs some new reference material. Like, I don't know. Something other than Nightmare on Elm Street? Because it's, well, kind of pathetic now, if you ask me. Right, try filling her up. Ah, yeah. Clearly his friend understands to treat this delicately. A medication-fueled pickup truck. Yeah. There's no way of getting into this room.
Much for one man.
Well, that explains his. Nightmare form. Well, you're gonna need to drive it back out. This is when it got a bit too much for her mother. I don't think it would matter what kind of job he got. The anger issues are deep within. In fact, it's a miracle he didn't become a serial killer. I think we're done here. Let's head back to your office. Oh wait, no.
Are you not entertained?
There's the matter of the next patient to look into? The hippie veteran. Yeah, that's not meant to be in here. Right, let's see what we have here then. Uh-huh. Those are terrible odds. Even by military standards. Even by First World War military standards.
Can't carry any more of this.
And it looks like he's a crazy conspiracy theorist. Investigating this pharmaceutical company that has way too much power, and not just in the US. It seems that Agent Rainbow is a mix of different chemical agents. And it seems that the military takes priority over civilians. Yeah, it seems that the civilians need protection from the military, instead of the military protecting civilians against external threats. Yeah. That guy was mentioned a few times.
It's deactivated.
Well, nothing else for us here. Now we can... this isn't the time to do the drums. Head back to your office and... let's continue the investigation. Okay. I can understand why you'd want to give up on being subtle. That and there was no
Can't carry any
time.
more of this.
To just hop to somewhere where you can shoot them in relative safety. Okay, now to head back to your office and listen to a bit of music before moving into Lucas's tape. Let's see what his issues are. Likely something to do with...
When I tell you to do something, you ignore me. But when a disheveled maniac like Lucas gives you false hope, you obey him without question? At this point, it's hard not to take it as an insult. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There's only me.
Well, the main reason why Lucas is taken seriously is...
Lucas could be your ticket out of here. You have to contact him.
I'll find a way.
Whatever you see when you're there, don't let it hinder you. Keep going.
Couldn't put it better myself.
It's my record player. Oh, come on, time for some music.
Tell me not to shout.
getting crowded and it's hard to catch a breath.
Rock and roll.
Back in we go.
Don't be gone too long.
Nice place you got here. Cozy. And this table? Is it mahogany or oak?
I actually have no idea. Alright, Mr. Cole. Why don't you sit down so we can start with the basics? Have you ever had therapy or counseling before?
Straight to the point, huh, Doc? Sorry, You're not the first therapist I've met with, but I sometimes find it difficult to open up. Past therapy sessions were very productive.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm not a super social guy, so you're the first person I've spoken more than a sentence with since I moved here. About a month ago?
In that case, welcome to Milton Haven.
Thanks. Well, since I'm on the road so much, I tend to keep to myself, but sometimes I feel like paying people to talk to me. I just got a little cabin just outside of town. It's a nice upgrade from living in a van crammed with gear.
So, what brings you here?
That's a good question. I need help staying sane. You see, how this usually goes is that I tell you, the therapist, a story from my time in the armed forces of horrifying experiments, government conspiracies, and cover-ups. Then at some point, you're gonna give me the look.
The look?
The look you're giving me right now. The look that says I'm talking to a lunatic.
Lunatic? No. But I am a bit puzzled. I would very much like to hear your story.
All right, I'll tell it to you, but I've been made to doubt myself for years, so I hope you'll take it seriously. Take me seriously, and don't give me that look neither. Just let me do the talking for a bit, okay?
Well, it certainly sounds like there's some PTSD in there somewhere.
listen to me? Fine. Then I suggest you pay close attention to what he has to say. It's the last bedtime story you'll ever hear. Rainbow, out.
Well, the main reason why you don't listen to him is because he has nothing useful to say. Only abrasive and insulting. He seeks to break others down. Why would you listen to that? As he sounds like the voice of self-destruction? Humanity has enough of a, well, leaning towards that as it is, without anyone or anything like him encouraging that. Yeah, Rainbow wrote that one, didn't he? He's starting to get boring, isn't he? As for what Lucas will take the form of, I'm sure that he'll show up soon enough. Okay, he showed up quicker than I expected. And he is big. And likely to be hostile. Yeah. The Ranger's cabin would seem to be a good place to start. Once you take care of the ink blocks. If you can actually shoot them. Okay, if you keep missing and they get too close, you know where the boots is. Right, head back there and check for more. And based on that crude looking mech that you saw earlier, I doubt that the ink blots will be the worst threat around here. Okay, that doesn't really help with getting in. Looks like someone has been doing some target practice. How about you hop on one of the boxes? Yeah, those boxes, to be more precise. As it's unlikely you'll be able to get through the front door to get in. Yeah, be on the lookout for anything that might be useful. Ah. Huh. Yeah. Looks like they've got a leak. One who does not believe that the ends justify the means. Yeah, might as well open that up. Uh-huh. Yeah, sounds like something that an enemy of a bloke with a bat fetish would consider a good idea. Oh yes, her. She was in the old factory. Radio waves and Agent Reed. Which doesn't bring out the best in those exposed to both. Probably that device to the left of you. Yeah, that's one.
Looks custom made. Let's see what it can do.
Sure, that's a good idea. Because it looks like you've got his attention. Dr. Wales, you might want to figure out how this works. Yeah, that's definitely him. You're gonna need to... Yeah, that's where you need to... Well, open the way out. Why not look around and... see what that unlocks? In fact, I can see... In fact, I remember one thing that you could unlock. But didn't have this device. Yeah. That would have been good to know earlier. Oh yes, here we are. Yeah, clearly not in the right place. Nope. Yeah. If that's not how you unlock it... Try looking around for... I know, frustrating, isn't it? It's clear you're not that initiated with this feeling, but you got there eventually. Well, if there's anything else to find around here, keep looking. Okay. How did the barbed wire get there?
Too much for... There's only so much I can carry.
Okay. The mirror shard should reveal what's there, so you know where to use your radio device, or rather the radio device that Lucas constructed. Right. Perhaps you need a different angle. One that bypasses certain materials. Yeah. requires a code that you don't currently possess. And now you have a problem. Yeah. He has the gun. Ah, I see some points that you can exploit. With your radio device that you made. No good. You're gonna need to get closer. Good. At least I have a way of stunning him.
Too much for one man.
I'll find a safe place to hide before... snaps out of it.
To enter the code, 4 towers. Look. 2 stars.
Okay. At least you have somewhere to begin with this. And something else to look for.
War is hell. And we were in the thick of it. My buddy Wheeler and I, we were the best of our platoon. He was a sniper, a damn good one too. Taught me to shoot like a pro. I was a radio man. Always had a thing for electronics. Kept my gear in good shape and picked up a few neat mods and tricks along the way.
I'll come back for this if I need it.
Our company was on an expedition behind enemy lines when we walked right into an ambush. You know what's scarier than death staring you in the face? Death staring at you from behind. Those crafty bastards got us when we weren't looking, and I had a radio-shaped target on my back. Storm of bullets over my head, I took cover and called in air support. We soon heard a low-flying jet above us and then felt something in the air. We thought maybe we got sprayed with one of those damn herbicides, but it turned out to be something far more mind-blowing.
Most likely Agent Rainbow, which eventually turned him into what some would consider a crazy conspiracy theorist, or a hippie soldier, depending on who you talk to.
The next thing I knew, we weren't fighting the enemy no more. We were fighting nightmares. Giants with horrid spotlights for heads. Mud-like creatures slithering across the ground. Terrible beasts that tore my friends apart. In my despair, I climbed up a tree to get away from it all. I must have blacked out because I suddenly found myself back home, standing over the lake, hunting rifle in hand. Looking into the water, I saw a monster of my own making, my shadow. So I shot it down. Then I woke up. I was back on the tree and my shadow was Wheeler. I'm sorry, I need a minute.
It appears that he was an involuntary test subject for a hallucinogen, one that made him kill one of his squad mates. Let's hope that you don't have any more jumping on floating platforms. Well, besides finding a way back, of course, once you're done in here. Yeah. Lucas is right. They put something in the water. Yeah, he keeps moving it, yet he's unable to directly harm you. Let's check the map before moving on. How about the water treatment facility? That's a good place to start, isn't it? Well, unless you want to go somewhere else. Well, you can't go that way, obviously. Okay, next time something like that and mines appear, leggings. What's the significance of a park turned into a war zone? When will Dr. Desmond Wales encounter Lucas again? Find out next time on In Sound Mind.